GSL.
GSL Code S.
Well said, Artosis. We're back, and we're going to have that winners match in just a second. As we can see the results so far, TY beating Liquid Hero, and Maru taking down payout 2-1.
Yeah. You know, Maru is like top of the world Terran at the moment. TY is quite good, right? Round of 8 last season, but he got 3-0'd by MMA, who actually was like playing like a man on fire. He was so good. He's so strong. But like, if anyone is MMA but better, it's Maru, right?
Yes, by far.
Yeah. And like even somewhat stylistically, they aren't the same exact style, but like MMA tries to keep on pressure, do lots of great drops and stuff. Maru is like more aggressive and stuff. I don't want to line them up and say they're the same type of Terran exactly, but they're similar enough that I look at this.
Stylistically.
Yeah, stylistically. I mean, he's like a better version, kind of.
Yeah. MMA definitely has his own kind of aggressive multitasking drop style that we all know so well. TY, I don't know, man. I haven't seen his TVT in a while. The one time we did, he got tracked by MMA.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one. Barney Research, Deadwing, and Merry-Go-Round. You can see some mech from this. I don't know if either player would really want to. They don't really seem like the type of players that would, but Maru has been dabbling in it in TVZ.
I think if you, like, I think mech is actually just a better composition in my opinion. Like, I am very opinionated, as people know about that, but I think that against some players, if you're not a damn god with mech, okay, you better be Gumiho doing mech every game and every matchup for your whole life.
Like Sky High,
if you want
for
to,
instance? This
like,
guy just lives for mech.
Yeah. Someone like that like is so tried and true in mech, I don't want to do mech against Maru unless you're like, you really know every in and out, because this guy will find the holes like none other.
Yeah, he will pick you apart. You got to have the flawless mech style down.
Well, guys, looks like we're going to go ahead and get started here. This is our winner match in Group E. Winner of this goes on the round of 16. In the top center of Bonnie Research Station, he is the best in the world.
GNR Green Wings, Maru.
The best player in the world. Someone's like, no, Knife's better. I mean, yes, okay, whatever.
Down here in the bottom, we do have the Terran player.
KT roster TY.
Bit of the underdog in this matchup. Did take down his opponent 2-0 in the previous match.
Yeah, Hero's not really,
He's like not really an opponent. Like, oh, Artosis, that's kind of messed up, man.
he's not on top of it today like he was against Terminator, to be honest. Like, Terminator, he was playing like actually truly Code S level PvP. Like, absolutely.
That could just be his matchup where he's like really in the zone for at the moment too.
Yeah,
he has such a great understanding of. He's like, you know, I love PvP, but I got a group with 2 Terrans and a Zerg, so I'm kind of screwed right now.
Yeah, that definitely could be the case, and that happens to people sometimes as well. It's like, okay, well, we do have a little bit of a pause. We'll see what that is, but nothing really to talk about in this game yet. Oh, TY didn't have his headset on. That's what's going on.
Whoa.
This actually happens sometimes at GSL.
That's so strange. Why wasn't it on?
I don't know. I guess you just forget. Like it's not like TY is trying to quit. This guy's been a pro gamer for like 8 years.
Yeah.
So there's no way that he's like, well, I'm going to get a leg up by by not putting my headset on. I'm like, well, that's pretty obvious, and they're going to figure it out, and that would be so stupid.
You're on camera the whole time. I don't know if you can really pull that off.
No. It's funny that it lasted this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would imagine you just got like a small warning or something, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking it must be the sound blockers as well, not the actual audio. So he might not really realize that because he's like, doesn't go like, oh, I don't have sound. It's like, oh, I'm just playing. Yeah. I can hear the commentators this time as well. It's kind of cool. Oh. I might use that.
He's like, oh, he's not going gas first. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. That's actually a big tell. Yeah. Advantage TY going into this.
Yeah.
Mario got a bit of an SCV. Looking for a proxy, perhaps, as he makes his way down.
We could possibly see some sort of proxy even from him. I don't think so, though. I think that is a scout.
Yeah, it looks like it. Just a little bit of a delayed one.
Huh. Straight up from TY. And it looks like a Reaper coming out of TY here. Whereas Mario definitely going to be going towards the factory.
Yep, much earlier. And there goes the scout. that Reaper expand or Reaper into something or other. It is TVT after all.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's not TVZ.
Upgrade.
Like, do you think you'll go 3 Reapers here, Moonglade?
I think he's going to go 3 Reapers into 4 Hellion. Maybe add some Banshees behind this.
You know, his opponent doesn't have a queen yet, so this could be very good.
Creep spread's kind of bad today.
Yeah. Slightly better than July's creep spread, but
somehow.
Yeah. Literal worst creep spreader of all time.
Literal.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't actually get worse.
There were so many long games where he actually had 2 tumors. Like, actually, he played one, he spread it 1 time forward, and that was it.
And if he lost it, that's it.
Yeah.
There's no more tumors for the rest of the game. His build orders is like, you know, make that creep tumor at the start between injects, and then stream lings across the map and make banelings and try and kill him.
And he still was one of the best Zergs in the game when he was playing. That's just how powerful that man was.
Oh, yeah, he was something else.
I think so fondly of him all the time.
I liked him a lot more in Brood War when I watched Brood War.
Me too.
Yeah, he was definitely more suited for that.
He was a god in Brood War.
Yeah, he was very exciting.
Yeah.
He tried to be exciting in StarCraft II, but it wasn't the same. Like, you just can't do that.
Yeah, he had some nice moves, and he had like 1 really strong season. He had a couple okay seasons and stuff.
Yeah, then he eventually phased out. He went to the army or something, right? Maybe?
I think he probably is in the army right now, but I actually haven't heard.
I'm not even sure how old he is.
He has to be pretty old now.
Yeah,
like, that guy is.
You would think
that guy was
right?
a pro back in like 03.
Oh, okay.
Like, I believe 03 was his first year as a pro, if I'm not mistaken.
It's probably like my age or something, and I'm just so
But
sad.
I actually could even be wrong. It might have even been like 02.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's old enough he could be in the army right now for sure.
Well, TY isn't investing in bio just yet. He's going to be going for Hellion and a Medivac. Be trying for a drop early on. On the other hand, we are seeing that Cloak Banshee come out, but that Reaper Scout sees it all.
Yeah, that's a really quality Reaper Scout right there. To be able to see that he's even getting Cloak. We'll definitely see the missile turrets up in time for TY so that he can really minimize any losses to Banshees.
Yeah. All right. Medivac about to come out. We'll be looking for that Hellion drop. We do have a handful of Marines in the main base, but what else do we have besides that Banshee? Not much, I don't think.
No, not too much. It's let's see what he can get done with it. I love Maru's TVT though, because like so often he'll go like Banshee, 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 Banshee. It's just like non-stop rally.
Yeah, it's actually the entire game. He's churning out these Banshees, and they always find just a little bit of damage again and again and again, and it really whittles them down. Yeah. But this could do a lot more damage a lot sooner.
Yeah, seriously. There's already SCVs down here for the pickings.
And looks like Maru are going to pull everything. Where's the answer for this?
Well, I mean, a Banshee is there, but that's not really what you're looking for to deal with for in a medevac.
I think the counterattack's going to have to do a lot here. We do see a bunch of Marines and a Widowmine. Going to get rid of that supply depot at the front to start things off.
Yeah, he does land this Viking to help fend everything off, but still, TY flying around right now with these Hellions.
He's trying to find something.
Still more SCVs killed for TY right now, but that is quickly changing.
It's quickly changing. That Widowmine also looking for a big hit.
Oh, that was a big mistake there.
Yeah, that is a huge hit. And that Widowmine still alive, going to put it in the back of the mineral line. This could do some big damage.
Seriously, this could be gigantic. Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh! That was huge.
Wow.
That hit everything.
Yeah, and Maru now definitely having a lead here. Well, actually, the SCV count is not that different, but definitely liking where Maru's at with that.
Well, it's going to change pretty quickly. Everything out of position this time around as well.
Even the depot's there.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Tank's going to stay sieged up. It's not taking him out. So a bit of a favor for TY, but you know the Banshees are going to keep whittling away at this.
Yeah. There's like more recurring damage that can come out of Maru because of his tech choice, whereas TY's is basically the door is shut. There's not a lot for him to do, and that's why he's trying to get into his own Cloaked Banshees at this point. Yeah. We'll see if he's able to get those over there and deal some damage. It's always been a popular counter to Cloaked Banshees to go for your own.
Yeah, and look at this. This is what Maru does every single time with these Banshees. He just never ends the harassment. Constantly whittling them away.
Still some good counter harassment with these very damaged Hellions. Killing a little bit, forcing some lost mining time.
8 SCVs have gone down in the meantime. Wow. More to come. Banshee's finding another way in. It almost makes you wonder if, like, you know, having a second turret at every base would just help a little bit more.
Well, it almost makes you wonder, what if they didn't? What if they left the Legacy of the Void Banshee at 7 range? You know? Like, you want to talk about kills here, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Here we go again. Oh, the counter. This could do a lot. We're going to need a scan to kind of push him away. Engineering Bay just finishes.
Yeah, that Banshee, though, getting a lot of value in. Another Maru Banshee does, in fact, fall. Maru having to make a Viking here, something he doesn't necessarily like to have to do.
Good for that next scan. It's not going to kill it, though, but it will give him time to put up that turret. Both bases.
And in the meantime,
it's just a game of Banshee harassment at this point. Who can whittle down who more?
This is a haunted game we played. There's Banshees everywhere. Banshee is a type of ghost, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that chick that screams, right?
Yeah, it's like a screaming chick ghost.
Screaming chick ghost. Exactly. It's horrifying when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, these Banshees are screaming into this space.
Well, they don't really make much noise, these ones. They just kind of like come in cloaked and start killing everything.
Yeah.
Probably be a different name for them when you think about it. But
Than the Banshee, yeah.
I don't know.
They kind of scream when they die. You like hear, yeah. Watch the next one that explodes. Like you kind of hear like it explode and then like hit the ground, kind of.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a scream when it dies.
But if you messed up, it actually just makes a big scream. Like the chick's gonna, she's gonna die. It's like, oh, that's why you're called the Banshees.
Well, Maru looks like he was kind of positioning on the map, but TY did move out as well. Let's take a look at the actual state of this game. 39 SCVs for Maru against 35 for TY. Looks like the siege tank count does go in Maru's favor here as well. As far as command centers go, third going up for both. But looks like TY has that air advantage.
Yeah, they could come into play, especially when tanks become bigger in numbers on the map.
Definitely.
Bit of a positioning advantage.
Yeah, having more Vikings definitely can be helpful. You got to be careful what you're sacrificing for that, though, because sometimes they're able to run you over, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, that might be the place where we're at now, especially when you look at that army. Yeah. Everything's kind of being used for a drop at this point, though it is a pretty effective drop to the kind of the pocket natural here. Oh, well, then that happens. SCV's coming back, though, so you might be able to target down a few. But look at this.
He's actually kind of pushes this with no units.
Well, it's got a Banshee here, too, I guess.
I guess, actually, he's got everything up the ramp, so...
And he's going to get rid of this tank, maybe? Oh, very close to.
Oh, okay, that actually was a pretty nifty little move there.
Only 2 tanks, but still it was enough with these Vikings and that Banshee.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think about the point defense drone change?
I like it.
I do, too.
I think it's important.
Like, I like that he just used that PDD and it actually turned out strategically not to be all that good.
Yeah.
Ran out pretty quickly, didn't really take that many shots away.
I think it'd be a little too scary if Mech actually had the old PDDs as well at this point.
Yeah.
It'd just be a little too much.
Yeah. Definitely got to agree with that.
He found the damage he wanted, it seems, or kind of ran out of stuff to buffer. He did lose all those Vikings in the end of things. So, air advantage now in Maru's favor. And still it's such an even game. Like, look at the supplies. They're actually identical right now.
Yeah, they're super close. We do have a siege tank lead for TY. Definitely something I always like to take a look at. As far as upgrades, they're very, very close on that. They're both getting sent eBays at the same time. So, like, as far as who's ahead here, I don't think that you can even name one side. I guess I would put TY slightly in the lead with the more siege tanks and more Vikings.
But Stim has just finished for Maru as well.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
He also has the advantage in there in engaging and trying to catch him off guard.
Do you think he'll actually move out and try such a thing right now?
Oh, it's hard to say. Because they've just been trading blows so much, and he's going to actually lose most of his Vikings, if not all of them.
Yeah, that actually can be a big deal.
It's going to make things a lot harder as well. Even those Banshees is going to hang around for the longest time. He's going to need at least 2 shots off on this thing. Ooh, not going to find it.
I love the dance.
Scanning the main. Both players are going to be taking their third, but look at that. Out of a 10 supply lead now for TY.
Yeah, and that was really nice sniping down the Vikings. Maintaining that air advantage, very, very important, especially since you do have to make medevacs as well. And this early in the game, we're not going to see 2 starports, so, you know, that's a pretty big deal.
It does make a big difference. I do like, the control for air in this kind of matchup, especially when it's very similar compositions. It's just simply going to be bio tank versus bio tank. So the Vikings just are that much more important in positioning.
Yeah. Well, we do have a sensor tower coming up here for TY. Really do appreciate sensor towers in this matchup, that's for sure. It is so much about positioning. If your opponent gets some siege tanks in a nice area, it can really force you into a bad spot and a bad engagement you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
So he's kind of preempting that at the moment. Yeah, this is kind of slowed down a little bit.
Kind of stabilizing at this point, trading blows. They're like, no, okay, let's just kind of just build up. We solidified their third bases. So they are going to see drops from Maru coming to the map. And TY is just going to feel out everything. Doesn't really have any sort of map presence because the Zelnang is also in control of Maru.
Yeah, that is true. TY, he's controlling really the left side of the map right now. Has a few units out there. He's kind of watching. It's a nice little patrol of his Vikings over the side. Trying to be very careful about any possible big incoming drops, which looks like Maru is thinking about doing. And here he goes. He's actually going into sensor tower range.
Yeah, he's going to go for it.
Ooh, this is not going to end well for him.
Oh, no. It's not with these medivacs here waiting as well. It's going to get pretty ugly.
Ooh!
Pick up again.
He got two very nice pickoffs there, Maru did.
Yeah.
Two medivacs with like 3 or 4 units each in them.
It's not bad, but look at this. Vikings are in position to intercept. He's going to get one of them.
TY is playing a very nice TVT.
He cannot lose these Vikings there.
Some nice moves here by Maru.
TY is playing fantastic.
He really is. This is like his TVT is looking very, very nice here today. Wouldn't that be crazy? If TY gets out in first place here, that means only Maru or Bjol goes on to the round of 16, which is like, aren't these guys both about top 5 in the world right now?
That is actually insane. It just would be mind-blowing. But it would be fantastic for TY. It would be good to see him kind of back in good form again.
Well, I mean, this guy was like so good in StarCraft 1. Just so... He was a top-end Terran, one of the youngest pro gamers out there. I would love to see him hit that form, hit that stride again.
Oh, yeah.
And he did top 8 last season, man. Like, I'm telling you, he is underrated.
He does fantastically sometimes, but he kind of drops off and disappears after a while. He was one of those Terran players that were known for killing Protoss back in Pro League. I think it was early last year. He was doing so well.
He had some cool sniper builds there, man. Like on Outboxer and stuff, that siege tank thing.
Yeah, the siege tank thing, and he also had like sort of parade pushes with mines and stuff. Yeah. And it was really cool styles that we just didn't see very much of. TY looking to siege this pocket natural, but the tank's sieged up. There's nothing there to really answer for it except Marines.
Yeah, I guess that makes it very hard to actually drop in there, which is something he would like to do here, but not able to at the moment. Bringing up his full forces here, but in the meantime, Maru finds an opening here at the third base. That is a huge move.
Completely undetected. You waltzed on in with 8 Marines. He might even try and DPS down that CC. He's got so much time to do so. We're finally seeing a reaction from TY. And Marines left exposed. 4 SCVs going down. Why would you even fight with the SCVs is what I want to know.
Seriously.
TY kind of falling apart. While ahead.
I tell you, like, this is the story of Maru today. He's like, oh, are you winning? I guess I'll just drop somewhere that you aren't.
Yeah.
But it looks like that can work for 2 players. TY coming up here. He's actually trying to target down that third base for a moment. Realizes he can't quite do it, though, and has to get out. Oh, man.
Oh, looking for a big drop.
Oh, no.
Marines are waiting.
That would have been so bad.
That would have been almost game-ending, I think. But, nice siege up. We'll find a few kills. Very positional right now. Both players nearly maxed out.
And look at this. TY is actually taking the gold base. That's kind of cool.
I like that a lot, considering he lost a lot of economy in that third base.
Yeah, that's a nice way to catch up. But we have 3-3 coming up for Maru. And that's a fearsome thing. If he gets 3-3 against a non-started 3-3, that like quickly becomes his game.
Oh, that makes such a big difference when fighting in these Marine battles. Tanks, though, in position.
The speed with which Marines deal out damage it's like quicker than anything in the game, so super important there. No!
He's found his way in. Yeah, look at that concave. So many Marines. God. Everything getting wiped out. The army's finally broken and the tank can't reset for TY.
TY has played a very nice game. But really, in retrospect, he was up there for so long in that corner. Wasn't that always going to happen eventually?
Yeah, he is such a vulnerable position, being so close to Maru's base, that unless he's actually going to find damage there and actually start working on one of the bases, it's no point in just sitting there.
Yeah, and you know, now that the siege tank count is even, and the fact that 3-3 is going to suddenly appear for Maru very soon, how do you do that as TY? How does this turn into a victory for TY right now?
He just needs like a godly position every fight if he's going to trade. Like, he's going to have such a disadvantage when he's fighting the same sort of army.
Yeah, he has to be positionally superior with his equal siege tank count and inferior marine upgrades.
Every single time.
Well, right now, this is something.
He's finding his way in, and this is definitely the start. A lot of SCV is going to go down for this, if not all of them.
Yeah, looks like all of them do end up going down, and he's even going to get out with a decent amount. Might even, oh god,
oh,
that's nice.
That is just...
But his gold base is going to be attacked here.
Completely exposed at this point. Tanks will be in position for it.
+3 attack, just finish up for these Marines as well. Oh, that command center can go down quite quickly, but he does repair. Very nice, very quick reaction from TY.
You won't be able to mine from him some time, but nice defense. Not letting it go down. He's going to try for it though. Oh, unsiege for just a second. Marine stem forward. Shouldn't be able to catch them. I mean, 3-3 has finished now for Maru. He can fight this army, I think.
All right, picks up those siege tanks. Make sure he gets out of there with it. And this is a crazy game right now. Maru is actually very low on SCVs, by the way, at 38.
Yeah, and look at the army supply. You actually see a bit of a lead now for TY.
That's true, and he has 5 more siege tanks. But we do have 3-3 completely finished for Maru. And the Marine counts are pretty similar, but Maru has a bigger one.
Oh,
so
finds some tanks at the back.
Moves like that are how he's going to win this game.
Yeah, only 3 tanks in this army now. He's got a kind of a good spread, a good position, but TY might be able to do the damage he needs to in this third base as Maru works his way up.
Looks like we are having Maru come in where his flanks from the top. He doesn't have any, but...
that +3 did work.
Yeah. That was some good work there with that 3-3.
He also did
big Marine count.
Yeah, he managed to keep that third base alive as well.
And really, positionally, TY was a little bit out of position. Like, you know, he ran ahead of his tanks quite a bit. He actually, I think he knew that there were Marines behind, right? He knew at least Marines were towards the right center of the map.
Maybe he was thinking, like, because the tanks were sieged up, he wouldn't have to worry about Marines coming into range of them or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
maybe you're right on that.
It's like, you know, I can just afford to go ahead because there's no way he'll find his way in. Little did he know that, like, 3 Marines with, like, 10 minivacs on top of them, so they can trade with tanks to a degree.
Well, taking a look at this game right now, still Maru a bit behind on SCVs, but mining from that gold base definitely makes up a lot of that. His Marine count is so superior right now. 81 Marines to 49 Marines.
Wow.
And that's with 3-3 against 2-2.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference.
Still has 10 medevacs also.
Yeah.
Wow. And again, we're in this position where TY has to be positionally superior.
Every single fight. And he's got a nice position on top of this gold, so Maru's going to have to be very careful. He's just going to simply stim in there, just trade. And can he actually do it with 3-3? He does have the minivac advantage as well, but those tanks doing so much AoE.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah, that was a big ask. He can kind of just change direction, maybe go for the third base. And he's going to be completely out of position with these tanks and Marines. He's going to have such a concave advantage. Look at that line across the map of Maru.
Is so many units, man.
These are probably all Marines as well.
He's got 90 plus Marines. So he is stemming forward right now, trading with Marines anytime he can. TY just doesn't have the buffering power here. He's going to start losing siege tanks.
Just too many Marines. They just keep coming down.
God.
Everything getting wiped out. Finally, TY is broken.
GG.
Whoa, what a game.
Wow, Maru takes it. That was really fantastic play from both sides.
Yeah, that was so back and forth. And definitely swinging in favor of TY in some of those of those pots.
Well, Maru, TY rather, if he keeps playing like that, he could still take the series. He was ahead several times there.
Yeah, it was a really close game. Maru kind of just sinking ahead with that 3-3 and that superior Marine count. Though he was like so far behind in economy, so he really had to make something happen then and there. I think if he lost another fight, there'd be almost no way he could come back. But I guess when you have double the Marines and the upgrade advantage, just little chance you are going to lose.
Yeah, yeah. That 3-3, like, when he went for the 3-3, he was actually, like, kind of in a tough spot right at that moment when he started it. But realizing that that type of advantage is the type of thing, especially he can find ways to use. So good moves there. TY maybe out of position a couple times too many. I would say especially one of those last attacks where he lost the 4 tanks in back of his Marines and then had to medevac out of there.
He probably should have
a tough one.
At least kept half his Marines back, or even like most of them except for maybe 8 working on this command center.
Yeah.
Like just buffer for them, because that would be his best bet.
Yeah, there was no way Maru would have taken out those siege tanks if that was the case.
It would have been much more costly at the very least.
So our next map going to be Deadwing.
Nice.
I do wonder if we can see mech here. Not a bad map for it at all.
Probably the best map there is.
Yeah, I would say so. So easy to take 4 bases here with mech to be able to defend that off and just get a composition that is so cost efficient.
So cost efficient, Artosis. It doesn't get better than that.
Well, we'll be getting into this pretty quickly, guys. If Maru takes this, he'll go straight up to that round of 16. I think it would be a crazy fun upset, though, if TY were to win.
That would be kind of cool. I would like to see that, actually.
Here we go, guys. Game number 2. Maru and TY. Down in the bottom right, winning that first game.
Jin Air Green Wings Maru.
And up in the top right, we do have the player. Has to win this game.
KT roster TY.
Looked fantastic last game there.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, if he's going to play TVT like that's not the same TVT that we saw from him against MMA for sure. He's definitely like filled in whatever holes he felt he had then.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's a pretty legit TY so far.
Yeah, he's had a lot of time to kind of fix that as well.
Well, that's the awesome thing. Like, every season actually is a reset. You can't judge too much. Like, whenever you have at least 2 weeks off of, like, mass games that people are... Because right now in Korea, 5 days a week of StarCraft. It's crazy. The best players are playing so often. You can really keep on top of who's doing what and how good everyone is in relation.
Oh,
as soon as you have, like, 2 weeks, and it's been longer than that for TY in the single league, so... since last GSL at least. But
you do fix everything. You kind of go back, okay, what really went wrong? You can change your style up so much, and obviously it's going to surprise a lot of people that because you are so exposed in all these leagues, it can really cause really change things up. Definitely get you some wins. And, you know, I think last time we saw TY, he looked under the weather, if I recall correctly. He might have actually just been... like sick as well.
Yeah, he definitely could have been.
I can't remember exactly there. I know it was one of those games.
Yeah.
One of those leagues. Something like that happens.
Sickness does strike, and you can't put off your matches, unfortunately.
No. It does make a big difference, too, this kind of game.
It certainly does.
You're sniffling all the time, coughing, like trying to focus on an RTS game.
I don't know about you, but every professional game I ever lost, I was sick during.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's just the way of things. It's really unfortunate.
Very unlucky, you know, every time. I mean, something about planes just gets me sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really unfair.
Well, it looks like a fast factory here from Maru, whereas TY opting for that Reaper once again.
So Maru going to go for the scouting. Is that quick CC from TY?
Will we see a second gas from Maru coming up here?
We see that Banshee once again. It did a lot of work last time, and it is kind of the style that we see from Maru nearly every TVT.
He does love his Banshees.
He just does it so well, and there's that second gas, by the way.
So we're going to see how much damage he can actually get in this early game. Kind of expecting for TY to go straight to Viking here, maybe grab a Raven as well.
That would be the smart choice, I think, at this point against Maru. You just know he's going to go for this style every single time.
We'll see if TY is able to hold on. So, wait, that's 2 Reapers.
That's 2 Reapers, Artosis. What's going on?
Explain this to me, please, Moonglade.
Well,
Why does he have 2 Reapers?
He's certainly going to kill these Marines. They're going to be poking up the ramp. There's no escape there.
I guess that was good.
Are we going to see some might actually just see some Hellions be added in. Not a bad idea when you think about it. There's the first Hellion. Should keep him alive.
Oh, that is unacceptable.
Yeah, that can't happen.
I mean, I guess he got 2 Marines, but really he didn't want to lose that.
Yeah, that's a big commitment early for the gas. You know,
yeah.
Just getting 2 Reapers out like that. Maybe he was waiting for a Reaper from Maru and he's going to sit on top of the ramp, try and kill that Reaper, then counterattack with the Reaper advantage.
Possibly. I mean, even killing the 2 Marines was pretty fantastic as long as he didn't lose a Reaper right thereafter.
Yeah, that is the big thing right there. And Banshee and Cloak on the way once again for Maru.
Yeah, we do have the eBay on the way here for TY. We do have his starport about to finish. So, I mean, yeah, he definitely has potential to really stop a lot of the damage that Maru's going to be looking for with such a late command center. It's so late it hasn't even started yet.
Gonna survive, gonna get a scout.
God! Wait a minute, did he?
I think he saw everything.
Oh my God, he did! He saw he was even getting cloaked. That Reaper was so brave.
It was a brave young man, and it saw everything he needed to see.
Yeah, the thing is, like, as soon as he jumped up to the second ledge, he couldn't get away anyways.
No,
so he was
way.
like, you know what? I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the cause here.
So you know what? I'm dead anyway. Let's try and get the job done. Let's do it for TY.
Yeah.
And he did. And it's gonna help him out. Banshee's already under threat of that Viking. And we do see Warren turret, so Banshee can still do a lot of damage.
Nice
but with
pull.
that Viking there, it's going to kind of...
Very nice so far.
Yeah, minimizing the damage. Going to lose 1 SCV. And even a turret in the production suit. There's going to be very minimal damage here.
That's fantastic for him.
That's perfect. That's actually perfect.
And this command center very late here for Maru. Definitely going to see a SCV lead go up for TY as long as this Banshee doesn't do too much work, or the second one as well.
And an empty medivac moving across the map until these Hellions come. So we're going to see the same Hellion drop once again. And what is in that main base? We do see a tank just finished for Maru, so it should be in position for this drop. Oh!
A little bit of a mistake there. We've gotten 1 more hit, I think.
Yeah, he should do. And look at this. If he gets enough hits on it, he can actually kill a lot of SCVs before this tank does anything. And that's 5 SCVs already going down.
Yeah. Things going really well for TY right now. Does have that economic lead. Banshees, though, starting to do a little bit of work as well.
At least all the Marines going down. It's going to be harder for him to fight them. Now the Vikings here, though. And once again, Hellions looking for something. Oh, forcing out a scan. He can actually get out of this as well. Oh!
A little bit greedy there on the Marine kills.
Yeah, I guess he got rid of every Marine there.
Yeah.
It's not the worst in the world.
Well, it is Maru, so we know another Banshee is being created and sent up there.
No doubt.
The less Marines, the better for him long term.
All right, so he's nullified. The Hellion drop now, finally. And where it stands, we do see a bit of an SCV lead for TY coming out of that. Equal in supply there. Quite the army supply lead for Maru.
Well, how long will that remain? We'll see.
Oh, with the Banshee here, things get a little bit trickier. Nice sort of counter Banshee once again.
In fact, his cloak is going to be done pretty quickly here, and he's going to have a lot of energy on that as well. So I feel like TY doing very well once again this game.
Yeah, these counter Banshees just doing so much work. And look at that, even one Hellion in the main base finding a few kills.
Look at this.
Finally putting down a turret. That actually took some time.
Good thing he gets out of there.
Oh, not paying attention.
Nice snipe there by TY.
Yeah, Maru kind of falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
Second scan, not going to get the kill either.
Wow. Oh. These Banshees are just absolutely heroic at the moment.
They're just winning him the game straight up. This is just too much damage. Look at this. He's up nearly 20 SCVs at this point.
Oh, that's crazy. And his Banshees just continue to live.
They don't die. They just get away every time. Really on point micro. This one might even get away as well. Oh. So close.
But I mean, how many scans does he actually use on these Banshees? How many SCVs have they killed? The amount of lost mining time? It's insanity.
That was like 3 scans in like the last minute to try and deal with these Banshees.
Still near a 20 SCV lead.
TY is in a commanding position to win this game already. That is just too much damage.
All right, so hold on. Let me just take a gander at what Maru has going on here. Maru still has like just 3 production facilities. is there any chance that he would switch up what his strategy is for this game? Like, he doesn't have enough production facilities to even threaten an attack, right?
No, not for the longest time.
If he goes Marine Tank with this type of SCV disadvantage and this type of infrastructure disadvantage, does he have any chance to ever bust through Marine Tank?
I think he has to remain defensive and try and take a third base and try and use this map to his advantage.
Yeah,
It is the kind of map where you can safely defend for quite a while with these clumped together expansions, all 4 of them. So if he can hold on for long enough, maybe take some really good trades and maybe go for some sneaky drops.
Yeah, I think that you're completely right, Moonglade. This is all about right now him waiting for TY to maybe donkey off some units into him, you know, like just do some poor attacks.
Because the lead is not that in favor, you know. It's a bit of a 20 supply lead kind of at this point. Might actually lose a little bit here.
Ouch.
Yeah. But, you know, it's not impossible to come back from this.
It's tough. You know, he's at a big disadvantage as far as economy goes.
Oh.
And his units are going to take a while.
Yeah, he's going to force out another scan at the very least.
Almost even got a siege tank there.
Yeah, that would be huge. It's the last thing Maru could afford is losing a siege tank this far behind.
Both players getting their thirds going. Third almost done for Maru here.
Now we are seeing a move out from TY as well with a pretty destructive army. You can try and just contain, keep him on 3 base for the longest time, try and pick away at what he can while he takes his own. Maru would be very hard pressed to try and defend against this. Or even break it.
All right, let's see here. Maru is going for the double E-base. TY, of course, already has that +1.
He's got everything, man. He's got +1 combat, stim.
Yeah.
And all from Maru is he's only got cloak on his Banshees.
All he's got here is the air advantage to try to keep his siege tanks in a position that's going to be very difficult for TY to break through. But, you know, this is going to at least slow down. Oh, wait, we actually have a drop in the back of Maru's base here. Ouch.
Well, getting a little bit there. Should probably try and keep that turret alive. Doesn't want to let a Banshee in.
He actually lost that medevac on his way out, so that was a small victory.
Oh, look at this. This could do a lot. There's nothing here to defend.
You are correct, sir. And in fact, as his tanks unsiege, he stims forward with his Marines, picking off 3 of the 4 siege tanks, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, it's going to give him a window to go in, but it looks like Mario's going to try and shut this down right here, right now. I think he has to. Well, let these tanks stay alive, and GG.
A good GG timing there, realizing that was just way too much damage. Nice moves by TY once again.
Yeah, he was playing fantastic that game, and Mario just falling really far behind with this counter Banshee harassment after the Hellion drop.
Yeah, he's really on top of his game today here, so it's tied up 1-1. Who will advance here in first place?
I have no idea, Artis.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I think Mario's going to sit down and think about what he can do in this kind of situation. Maybe he's a little angry now. Maybe he's going to be a little bit more awake. He's probably had a big week as well, you know, with all the other tournaments going on. You're like, gotta get it done. Third map is going to be merry-go-round. So a very aggressive map, this one. I think we're just going to see more of the same.
Yeah, I would be very surprised. I think we're going to see it. Well, TY hasn't shown us factory first, but
that is true.
I feel like a factory first here is not at all a bad choice.
Not at all. See the coach whispering secrets into Maru's ear.
Just in case TY has spies in the audience lip reading.
Exactly. TY looking fantastic in his TVT. I guess that loss to MMA really shook him up, really showed him what he needed to fix.
Well, it has to have been a frustrating StarCraft II career for TY so far, because he hasn't been as solid as he was in StarCraft 1 for so long. And we know he has the skill within him.
Yeah.
So to start showing that, it's really good. Makes me happy.
Yeah, I do like to see, it's good to see more Terran players kind of getting up there. I was very happy when Dream sort of became like the next big thing in Terran.
Yeah. There's a lot of good Terrans right now. And in fact, like GSL right now is kind of headed back towards Terrans being like overwhelming in the round of 16 right now.
Yeah, building up. I do like it.
A lot.
And this Zergs are becoming non-existent once again.
Isn't that the natural state of StarCraft II, though?
It seems to be the
We're
way.
finally getting back to how it's comfortable, guys. Just a few Zergs scraping by and a bunch of Terrans.
A few like the extraordinary sort of Zerg players that somehow defy logic and win games.
Yeah.
Sad life.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the TBT we're seeing right here, Arctosis.
No, this is a super good match. I dare say this is the best match of the day.
You might just be Arctosis.
Here we go
again.
Here we go, map 3 on merry-go-round. Up here in the top left. Losing that last game. Can he make it through the round 16?
Gene Air Green Wings Maru.
Down here in the south, TY. Oops.
KT roster TY.
Sorry.
It's okay. You know what? You're fired. I'm taking Tasteless back next Wednesday.
Oh, man. Fair enough. I understand.
See, Tasteless would have nailed it. He would have gone in the top left. Our Terran player, 1 of 2. That's how he does it.
That's good enough. I like that. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to say the player names.
Yeah, you're actually overworked. You should get paid more for that. You get an extra $1 every time you have to intro a player.
Oh, man, I'd make so much money.
Yeah. Make possibly a $10 every day.
$10.
Maybe
straight up.
tens of dollars even.
Whoa. That adds up after a while when you think about it.
Yeah.
You're a month in. Like,
Yeah, you cast a lot of StarCraft, so.
yeah, it's been a lot lately, that's for sure.
Well, this game, we actually do have TY going for the gas first and Maru not, so.
Yeah. But,
Little switch up.
A little bit of a switch up. Not surprised for the map. It is one of those very aggressive maps.
Yeah.
There's one of the 2 maps that I remember, like Catalina and this map, were just like the gas first. You go crazy and try and kill each other in the first 10 minutes.
There's so much like drop room around.
Oh, the airspace is just ridiculous in these maps. Potential for drop damage is insane.
It's hard to figure out exactly where those are going to be coming in. So, I like it. I like the build variation here from TY. I feel like he's actually just playing a really fantastic series. I feel like... okay, let me see if I can say this and not sound completely stupid.
Okay.
I feel like when Maru's winning or getting ahead and stuff, it's because he's a better player, and then TY is like, I feel like almost as if he's more prepared for this match in a way. If that makes any sense.
That could be the good argument.
I don't know.
TY has had a lot more time and a space to prepare for this kind of thing, where Maru he's literally in every tournament. He's like the ace player for his team in Pro League. Like, he's got a lot of pressure on him from a lot of different angles. Yeah. Not to mention, the occasional international tournament and everything that TY most likely will not be going to. So there's like so many more factors that Maru has to deal with. But in terms of preparation, I do think TY is coming into this just a little bit more.
That's what it feels like to me, at least.
Look at this. We are going to see that Marine mine possible drop going into this, or at least a decent mine to defend against these Banshees.
And it looks like a reasonably quick CC here for Maru.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to make quite a few Hellions, which are one of the better units early game in Terran versus Terran.
Especially on this kind of map, a big open map, pretty open natural as well. And it's going to be just a mine on the ramp for now. All that Medivac makes.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Oh. Arctosis.
Well,
that's all I got, man. I'm like, you're funny, Arctosis.
Not really. Thing is, everything I say is just for myself or for Tasteless. That's like it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm the same. I'm like, half my jokes just go, like, no one will actually know it's a joke. It's me trolling, or it's me like saying Protoss is OP or something. But I like look at Brennan and like I have like this evil smirk. And Brennan like he knows I'm joking, but no one else does. But seriously,
you shouldn't apologize though because I hear you're like Protoss and you're like, no, I'm joking.
Well, that time I was like so obvious.
Salty nerds.
No, I was like that was like really hardcore. I'm like, but he knows he's Protoss, so it's okay.
Yeah. That was a good one, yeah.
Oh, I laughed so much at that one. And Brendan did too, but I'm like, well, this could cause problems.
True comedy starts at home. All right, well, these Hellions at the top, defend against this reasonably well. TY really stretching, trying to get this depot.
Oh! No, that can't happen. That shouldn't happen.
No, that was pretty painful for him to lose that Viking like that. That is an expensive unit and beautiful move here. Oh, really well done. He's like, oh, there was a mine there. Whoa.
It's like, I was getting rid of the debris.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy. Thought the Marines killed that Viking.
Well, looks like TY going to continue to push forward here. Even lands his Viking.
Oh, he can actually tank for this Viking for days against Hellions.
Yeah, landed Viking's actually very, very good in this type of situation. Medevac doing some good work, healing up these Marines as well. He's got to be careful, split off. Man, nice micro back there.
Yeah, nice little split. Yeah. He should actually get rid of all these Hellions. One is in the red. He's going to pick up the Viking. Oh, what?
Viking drops.
Viking drops in a reel. And it's all going to get cleaned up from this point. Maybe he should have tried to boost out of there instead. But pretty efficient trade from TY, I think.
Yeah, I liked it. It seemed pretty good. And now he does have Siege Shanks. It looks like the air is pretty even at the moment. Mostly just Hellions being made by Maru.
Looking maybe for that follow-up with like a big amount of Hellions. Just kind of trying to run into the natural and just DPS down everything. But there is a tank there already.
Yeah, definitely going to make it a lot harder. And with that second tank coming out, the Hellions aren't really going to get anything done here.
I'd love to see a Hellion drop from Maru. That would be fantastic.
That would be awesome, but I think he's going straight into Banshees from here. I'm pretty sure that's what his plan is.
Probably, most likely, yeah. He's going for that sort of bio tank once again, and he loves his Banshees any time in the game. Let's have a look.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Not just yet.
I thought I saw him building an extra tech lab, but I guess that was just for the siege tanks. All right.
For now, I'm just going to keep those Hellions on the map, maintain, I guess, map control.
TY almost looks like he's expecting a Hellion drop over here.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? Or even a Banshee with that turret in the middle of the line.
Yeah, that's true.
Better to be safer than sorry against someone like Maru, though.
Yeah. You let Maru get in there and you don't have any defenses, he is going to extract maximum damage. That's what he does.
Yep. Straight up.
All right, so kind of the game normalizing a little bit here.
It's one of those slower starts once again. Like after like the initial sort of damage, we like slow down. Everyone's kind of just okay. I'm gonna make an army for now. Just relax.
Bit of an SCV lead here for Maru. It's actually pretty substantial, about 6 SCVs up.
Yeah,
but
that is 8. Is it?
TY has really been
8 SCVs.
Yeah. The thing is, TY is like really banking on this push. I think he's like, okay, this is the type of push that can actually deal a bit of damage and bring parity back. But that's a pretty good bunker that's going to slow him down. He's got Siege Shanks in position already. He's got a fine amount of Vikings at the moment, but with the reactor on the Vikings for TY, he's going to win that air war.
Counterattack. Nice sort of run by here. Could find some damage. This tank's going to do a lot there. And he's going to find 3?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
3. And actually, TY turns around. Kind of surprised because he did have the air advantage behind this as well. There was no way like the tanks were going to be spotting for Maru besides scanning.
Was that like an overreaction of the Hellion run by the pullback?
So. I think so. He actually.
I think that's what happened.
Completely overreacted to that. He could have at least picked away at that bunker.
Yeah.
Maybe even a tank or two and sniped anything with those Vikings that were in the air.
Really, that was his big chance there to, I think, gain an edge because he put so much money into actually making units that his infrastructure is simply behind Maru's, and his SCVs were behind. So what does he have because of that? Extra units. Why not push that edge?
Yeah. He kind of had to when you think about it. Like, he was that far ahead in army supply. He did have the composition advantage. You've got to find something or you're just going to be behind. And they still maintain like pretty equal in supply, but that worker lead is still so much bigger for Maru. It's currently 11.
That's a pretty big deal. Now, of course, if he can take one nice battle, that can switch everything right back around. And he does have that really large Viking advantage. So it's definitely a possibility. But Maru has been in this type of position plenty, let me tell you.
Yeah. We can start working on the high ground, maybe go for the production from this point as well. Would be a nice place to fight from instead of trying to go up that ramp where all the tanks are waiting. Scans going down, identifying positions.
Third CC is going up for Maru behind this. Really great timing on that, since he is putting on so much pressure at TY's front, realizing that he does have the bigger army at this point.
Bigger army, bigger worker count. Like, he is just ahead in every sort of place at this point. It's kind of silly. Like, And no real damage has happened from either side. It's just the fact that Maru decided to make more SCVs and TY went for this bigger composition with air units specifically and not find anything with it.
Yeah, it's once again Maru's aggression pays off. That poke with the Hellions, I really do think that kind of screwed up TY's brain on what he was doing.
It broke him in a way that I'm sure not even Maru was expecting. It's like, oh, you just actually turned around.
Yeah.
You just made this 100 times easier.
Anytime you can make anyone turn around at this level.
That scan's going to trigger him to move in. He might even try and go for the natural.
All right, let's see here.
He can go around.
Keeping really good intel on where this army is placed.
This is a great position for Maru.
But at least TY is not up the ramp right now. That's like an important thing to take into consideration.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
It's a lot harder to push down even with the air advantage from that location.
Kind of surprised we don't see Mario actually investing more into Vikings from here. He does know that he's up against a superior Viking count. Getting one, but he's still adding Medivacs to his army for now.
You know what I think his plan is here? He's saying, well, I have that third base, and he's had bigger production for a bit. I guess not at this moment, but like, maybe he just gets a big concave in the center. Like, he never lets it get into a positional war, so the Vikings are less impactful.
Well, we did see him win the game in game 1 just like that.
Yeah.
He just had like a crazy Marine count with upgrade advantage and just went for that concave that won him the game. But this time around, it seems to be like almost a base trade sort of situation. I don't think Maru's realized that TY doesn't have a third base right now. And he's completely investing in a 2-base versus 3. Now, big drop to the main.
Let's see here. He is dropping off there. We do have this natural. It's going to be going down for TY, but TY, maybe he can hold his main base. If TY can get in the main of Maru and kill it while holding his own main,
big
that could be a game winner. But here we go. All the SCVs come in. Maru with a great spread, and it looks like Maru will be going to that round of 16.
Looks like he's wiping everything out. Nice concave. And yeah, more units coming out. This is it.
GG.
Nicely done from Maru.
Yeah, that was a very nice series, though. I think TY played very well. Like, when he was losing, it was like, well, I mean, they're big mistakes, but it's not like a lot of mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe in game 1 that he lost, like 2 positional errors in the top right, and then towards the third. This last game, turning around against the 4 Hellions. Not that he would have won if he had kept going, but
he could have maybe found some damage there.
Yeah.
Like, he had to find damage because he was getting so far behind in worker count.
Yeah, like that was his chance, I guess. But
that was a window of opportunity.
Maru just showing that he is a different class from other Terrans. Really, really well done there.
As expected, Maru is out. Now it's up to Biel to see if my prediction comes true.
Yeah, it's a good prediction.
He's going to have to get through Liquid Hero next there.
Yeah, I think he should be able to get through him. I'm still kind of like holding out hope that Hero can show some great games. But Biel is kind of too on top of the world right now. So the match that I'm kind of excitedly waiting for is TY against Biel. Because TY, he showed very good TVP. Nothing wrong with it, but Hero's a bit off, so we couldn't tell exactly how in shape he was for today. Against Maru, he shows, wow, he's in really top form. So maybe against Biel, he can show that as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Yeah, looking dangerous in all his matchups so far. It's just that TVZ that's left over that we're wondering about. And he is fantastic in the matchup, and he's also pretty dangerous with his sort of proxies and cheeses.
Yeah.
So that could come into play, especially against the tied Biel.
Well, we'll see if Biel kicks it up a notch. He still played very well against Maru. I think we will be having an interview here in a moment with Maru.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I get to see what he thinks about going through there. I bet he's a little bit surprised at how well TY played, to be honest.
Probably a little scared at that point, going to game 3 like that. But it is Maru after all, and his interviews are actually the worst interviews in the world.
Are they worse than innovation interviews?
Actually,
that's the question.
About the same.
About the same.
About the same.
Okay.
That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
He's got to work. He's got some work to do. He's pretty young still there. Like, I guess he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's young enough that we can forgive it.
I forgive Maru because he's just that good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're as good as Maru in innovation, I don't care if you like just look at the person who asked you the question and keep your mouth shut. That's fine too.
Whatever.
In fact, that would actually be really cool.
I'd actually love that.
Alright, guys, time for an interview here with Maru.
1위로 진출합니다. 진에어 그린링스 조성주 선수 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
The first place player to advance from this group is Maru.
정말 재밌는 태태전이었는데 자 먼저 1위 진출
He
소감부터
played
들어볼게요.
a really aggressive TVT to advance
게임이
to the
너무 안
next round.
돼가지고 걱정이 좀 많았는데
I didn't really play good games today.
되게
So I was
좋아요.
kind of
네,
worried,
오늘 정말
that I was gonna be
대단한
eliminated.
경기였습니다.
but I'm very happy I
두
was
분
able
다
to pull it off
무조건
in advance.
공격이었어요, 태태전. 이런 경기 한 소감이 먼저 궁금하네요.
So how was it to
첫
play
번째
a TVT
경기를
with TY?
지는 줄 알고 되게
I thought I was going to
걱정이 많이
lose the first set,
됐었는데 그래도 이겨서 다행인 것 같아요.
so I
네,
got
첫 번째
very
경기를
worried in the
말씀하셨는데
first
조성주
set.
선수의 해병은 왜 이렇게 강한 거예요? 상대
But I'm
전차도
feeling
씹어먹는
good that I was
해병인 것
able to
같아요.
win.
사실 전차 수에서도 많이 밀렸고 뭐 다 불리한 상황이었는데 1세트에서 혹시 불리하다는
You
생각을
had
해본
less
적이 있긴
tanks in the
한가요?
first set.
제가 불리하다고 생각해서
네.
전차를 아예
I
안
thought-
뽑고
네.
해병만
I was in a
뽑아서
deficit.
컵별 차이로 민 것 같아요.
So I didn't
정말 조성주
produce tanks
선수 오늘
anymore.
대단한
I just stayed on
경기를
mass
이었는데
marines, and it worked
오늘
out.
마지막까지 정말 난전이었습니다. 전태양 선수 생각보다 오히려 굉장히 자신을 보는 것 같은 느낌이 들지 않던가요?
원래 제가
Was
태양을
TY
좀
a tougher
무서워하는
opponent than you
편이라서
expected?
그래도 오늘 이겨서
I
다행인 것 같아요.
kind of
자,
scared
그리고 오늘 저그전
of TY usually when I
오늘
play
사실
against
경기
him.
전에 인터뷰에서는 신경 쓰지
But I
않는다고
played a better
했지만
game today.
전반적으로 맞춤으로 준비를 제대로 하고 온 느낌이 많이 났거든요. 그 이야기를 좀 더 해보면 처음부터 1세트부터 화염타 견제로 상대 체제를 확인하면서 하는 플레이가 보였는데 오늘
The first
컨셉을 좀
set,
들어볼게요.
You
경기
used
전에
your
어떻게
your
들어갔는지.
Hellbats,
그냥 무난하게만
Hellions
하면
maybe.
괜찮다라는 생각으로 했고
네.
그게 좀 잘 먹힌 것 같아요.
정말 무난하게만 하자 이 생각이었나요?
And if my harass worked out, I thought I was going to get the advantage.
2, 3경기가
And I was able to kill a few SCVs,
좀 말려가지고
and that helped me with the
되게
victory.
힘들었던 것 같아요.
그러면 이 3세트에서 나왔던 전진 병영도 즉흥이었다는 말씀이시겠네요?
네,
근데 그게 완전 들켰어요, 초반에.
네.
그래서 사진으로 이득을 전혀 못 봤어요.
TY
들켜도
figured out
상관없다는 생각으로
your forward
해가지고
barracks.
그냥 괜찮았던 것 같아요.
네, 그렇게 다 들켜서 이득을 전혀 못 봤는데 상대 바퀴를 받아칠 준비가 다 끝나 있더라고요.
네,
어떻게 그게 가능하죠?
자신이 살다 보니까
Figure out his
되는 것
Hoshin
같아요.
too.
와, 정말 조성주 선수
We
엄청난 경기력에 비해서 굉장히 담담한 대답이어서
Figured things out.
He
오히려
figured
더
things out,
무섭습니다.
He caught him with
자,
his
이번
pants
시즌
down
느낌
is the
어떠세요?
literal
말씀 잘
translation.
해주세요.
essentially. How do you feel
오늘이 좀
going
안
into the round of
풀려가지고
16?
오늘처럼 하면 좀 안
My
될 것
performance
같아서
wasn't good today.
오늘이 안
열심히
풀린
해서
거라고요?
I should be practicing more.
그러면 코데이 때 그때도 엄청난 경기력을 보여주시고 60점이라고 하셨거든요. 오늘 조성주 선수의 자체 평가를
You gave
들어보세요.
yourself-
몇 점인가요?
40
A 60 in the code A for your performance. And he's only giving himself 40 points today
컨셉이죠, 이거.
out of 100. He
와,
is not
도대체
satisfied with his
연습실에서 어느
performance
정도를
today.
보여주는
You wait till he
건지 싸움
wins the
분위기
finals
보세요.
with 10% of his skill, and we're like, this guy is
어떠실
basically
건가요?
Cell.
정말 대단한데 조성주
Cell,
선수 이번
Cell, man,
시즌
for Dragon Ball
원희상
Z.
선수도
Perfect
두렵지
Cell, I
않다고
think.
하시고
Well,
정말 기대가
perfect Cell's
됩니다.
100%,
마지막으로 조성주 선수 응원해
You
주시는
said you weren't scared of parting this
마지막
season.
한마디 부탁드립니다.
이렇게
And you seem
복수도
pretty
성공하고
confident going into the
16강도
season. Any comments to your
진출했으니까 꼭
fans?
GSL 우승하도록
I was able to get my
네,
revenge
알겠습니다.
today,
이번 시즌
and
기대하도록
now I'm in the
하겠습니다.
round of 16. I'm going to try my
자,
best to
이렇게
win this
오늘 엄청난
GSL.
경기력에도 40점의 경기력을 또 부여한
Thank you.
조성주 선수와
Right.
이야기를 나눠봤습니다.
Great interview from Maru.
Indeed.
I couldn't translate it all, unfortunately. Sorry, my Korean's a little bit off today.
Yeah.
But
It's getting much better, though.
thanks,
Much
man.
better.
I've been practicing a lot.
Yeah.
Been here for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, you have been, actually.
It's actually surprising.
But yeah, there you go, guys.
There
Maru
you go.
going to the round of 16. That's really good.
Only
Obviously,
showing
you need him there.
40%.
Yeah. Imagine when he shows 100% what that'll look like. It'll be pretty sick.
I can't imagine.
To be honest, though, I think TY played really well. I think that's definitely part. And the thing is, this group was very, very tough with Biel in it. He had to beat Biel first.
Yeah.
If Biel
that's
wasn't tired,
huge.
I think he might have been able to take this series.
Maybe.
You know?
I think when we see Biel take a big break, we're going to see like a much better Zerg. Yeah, today, it's kind of hard to tell where he's at.
He just
Obviously-
needs to get eliminated from the league so he can come back and dominate.
Yeah, let's just kick him out, you know,
Yeah.
so we can actually see a better player come out of it. He's kind of just like a Saiyan, I guess, if we're going to stay on the Dragon Ball Z.
There we
He's-
go.
He's got to lose to get better.
Look, if you don't put your time into the hyperbolic time chamber, how are you ever going to beat Frieza?
How are you ever going to get to Super Saiyan?
No, seriously.
Seriously.
Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, it's going to be Biel going up against Liquid Hero.